So, Phantom of the Opera is like it's a musical about this guy. Well, it's not really about him, but it sort of is. It's about Chris, Christine Daae, who's an opera singer, except she's never been the lead singer. Except she will be because she's been, getting, training from the Phantom. And the Phantom is this guy who's like wears a mask on part of his half of his face. He was born with a facial deformity and has been treated as a monster since he was a child. But so he's sort of obsessed with Christine, like really obsessed. And so he he trains her and he helps her learn how to sing, and then he ends up like sabotaging this other girl who usually gets the lead parts in the operas that they do, so that Christine can be the lead. And so he does this, and it's like, okay, so she's the lead now, whatever. Except the people who are now running the place don't really believe that he exists, and so a lot of stuff keeps happening. Also, there's this guy named Raoul, who is sort of the love interest. Okay, so my interpretation of this is that Raoul is from like a high-end family, and I'm not sure if Christine is, but they like lived near each other. My impression of this is that he was from a high-end family and she was not. I do not know if this is true, but it's never really explained. Uh, not not clearly stated at all. But so they lived near each other as kids, and they were sort of friends, and now Raoul has a crush on her. Uh, and she sort of likes him too. They want to get it together, but this isn't really the type of story where love solves all and conquers all and everything is okay. But, well, I guess I mean it technically is, but we'll get to that in a bit. So, the Phantom doesn't like Raoul because the Phantom is in love with slash obsessed with Christine. Like, he's in love with her, but really unhealthily. Uh, it is genuine love though, plus a bit of obsession. And so he doesn't like Raoul at all. And Raoul likes Christine, and Christine likes Raoul, but Christine is also sort of being seduced by the Phantom. And so she sorta likes him, but then she's like, no, this is creepy, I don't like this. And so she wants to go with Raoul, but the Phantom doesn't like that, and so he keeps trying to stop this. Uh, he causes he keeps leaving notes to the people in charge of the theater to try and get them to comply with what he wants. And they sort of do because, they want to keep everything running smoothly, but it's just like, whenever they don't, bad things happen. Like, at one point, he just sort of drops the chandelier on the crowd during the middle of a play, of an opera. And then, one of the other times he hangs one of the guys doing, like, the backstage work with the rope. Some bright pink rope as long as far as I remember. I don't know why it was bright pink. That's all I remember. Is that as far as I know in the two showings I've seen of it, the rope is always bright pink. Uh, but he hangs him like in a noose. And all that. And yeah, it's the whole thing. But he does this, right? And he does a lot of stuff like this so that, like, the people running this place will, listen to him. And it sort of works. Like, they do comply with his demands. Sorta, yeah. And then at the end, they're trying to lure him out so they can kill him and kidnaps Christine. He brings her to his little underground house across the lake, which is where there's like an image, I don't know who it is, but it's the same guy from the no, no, not this time. It's all fiction. It's not real. That video, you've probably seen it. It's the one where people are like, when the Nancy Shipper tries to, harass you for stuff, just send them that video. No, no, not this time. No, not now. Not no. No, this is not real. This is fiction. It's never real. Not this time. It's not going to happen. It's never going to happen. It didn't happen. It's not real. That guy. And it's just, at least I think it's him. It looks like him. And it's just the captioned, "There was a sewer man." And that's, like, yeah, I'm pulling up the image right now. It is him. At least I think it's him. It looks the same. It just says, "There was a sewer man." That's why this is relevant in this. It's because the sewer man is the Phantom. The Phantom is the sewer man. So the Phantom is the sewer man. And so he kidnaps Christine, and Raoul tries to go save her, and he gets Raoul in a noose. He doesn't kill him, he puts him in the noose, and he tells Christine that if Christine doesn't stay with him, and for context, he's got her in like a wedding veil and all this, this is not legal, but it's definitely like he wants her to be with him forever romantically. It's this whole thing. I hesitate to use the word yandere for this type of thing, but that's the best word I can think of, is yandere. And so, he has Raoul in the noose, and he tells her that he'll kill Raoul. He tells Christine that he'll kill Raoul if she doesn't stay with him. So she's, torn between it and everything, and then eventually she tells him that he's not alone and kisses him. She kisses him twice, as far as I remember. And he's so overwhelmed by this that he lets her go. And so after he lets her go, they leave, because this is the whole situation. They leave. And he has this little, like, music box. It's a monkey that claps cymbals and stuff. And it plays the Masquerade song, which is from, they have a whole Masquerade opera thing going on earlier in the musical. And it's the song from that, if I remember. Masquerade, so many paper faces on display. Masquerade. Hide your face so the world will never find you. Masquerade. Da 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 da. Masquerade. Turn around, there's another mask behind you. Yeah, it's that. And he listens to a bit, and then he ends it with saying, "Christine, I love you," and then falls over, or is already on the ground, it depends on which version you're watching, and dies. Just straight up dies. Well, in some of them he just sort of disappears, but in the first one I watched, which was the anniversary one, he just straight up dies. And that's, well, also, side note, it's implied that he's known Christine since she was a child, like, that he's been watching her, sort of, cause he knows things about her that he wouldn't if he hadn't been around when she was a kid, which is just, that's creepy in its own right. And then there's, like, the whole thing with her dad. It's a mess. But yeah, so this is the whole thing. And it ends with him dying. Well, yeah, I think the book was longer. There's a whole book this is based off, and it's longer and even more insane than the musical is. Just trust me on that. I'll see if I can find the post about that. But yeah, it's just really insane. So have this, I guess. This is me attempting to explain Phantom of the Opera. Bye.